Since I was a kid, my dreams have never been just dreams. They are intense, vivid and hyper-realistic, often leaving me with the feeling that I have experienced something more profound. Most nights, I am able to remember every detail and frequently find myself lucid, fully aware and in control. It's like stepping into another world, a parallel universe where anything is possible. One particular night, I found myself in a futuristic version of the United States. I stood in the middle of a sprawling cityscape filled with towering skyscrapers, sleek flying cars, and neon lights that painted the night sky in shades of blue and purple. The technology was advanced beyond anything I had ever seen, yet there was a stark contrast that made my heart sink. As I wandered the streets, I noticed two distinct groups of people. On one side there were the wealthy, adorned in luxurious clothing, enjoying every convenience that technology had to offer. They moved with an air of superiority, their eyes hidden behind augmented reality glasses, completely detached from the world around them. On the other side there were the poor. They were huddled in alleyways, their clothes tattered and their faces etched with despair. It was as if they were invisible to the rich, living in the shadows of a society that had cast them aside. The middle class, it seemed, had vanished entirely, leaving a glaring divide between the haves and the have-nots. I felt a chill run down my spine as I continued to explore this divided city. The air was thick with tension, and I could feel the weight of the social disparity pressing down on me. I walked past a group of poor children huddled around a small fire, their eyes hollow and their bodies frail. The sight was heartbreaking. Why is it like this? I wondered aloud, my voice barely more than a whisper.
It's the AI robots, she said, her voice filled with bitterness. They took over everything. Jobs, homes, even our lives. Only a small percentage of people were able to adapt and thrive. The rest of us, we're just trying to survive.
Her words hung heavy in the air, and I struggled to comprehend the magnitude of what she was saying. As I continued my journey, I came across a luxurious high-rise building. The entrance was guarded by sleek, menacing robots that scanned everyone who approached. Inside, the contrast was even more striking. Opulent chandeliers hung from the ceiling, and the floors were made of polished marble. I spotted a group of wealthy individuals gathered around a table, laughing and sipping on expensive drinks. I approached them, curious to understand their perspective. "What do you think about what's happening outside?" I asked, trying to keep my tone neutral.
"It's unfortunate," he said with a dismissive shrug. "But it's their fault. They had the same opportunities as us. They just didn't adapt. Technology isn't the enemy. It's progress."
His words stung, and I felt a surge of anger rise within me. But what about compassion? What about helping those who are struggling?
"Compassion doesn't pay the bills," she said bluntly. "We worked hard to be where we are. It's not our responsibility to take care of those who can't keep up."
I left the building feeling a mix of frustration and sadness. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned to see a man, his face weathered and his eyes filled with a fierce determination.
"We're fighting back," he said, his voice low. "We're organizing, finding ways to survive and reclaim our lives. The AI may have taken over, but we're not giving up."
The man introduced himself as David and led me to an underground resistance hub hidden beneath the city. The place was abuzz with activity. People were huddled around holographic maps, strategizing and planning their next moves. The air was thick with a sense of urgency and hope.
"We've been gathering resources, finding ways to disable the AI systems that control everything," David explained. "It's not easy, but we're making progress. We believe in a future where everyone has a chance, where technology serves humanity, not the other way around."
I spent the next few days with the resistance, learning about their struggles and their dreams. They shared stories of families torn apart, of friends lost to the relentless march of progress, and of the daily fight to survive in a world that had forgotten them. One night I found myself talking to a young girl named Sarah. She was barely 10 years old, but had the wisdom and resilience of someone far older. "Do you ever miss the old world?" I asked her.
Sarah nodded, her eyes reflecting a sadness that no child should ever have to bear. "I miss my mom and dad," she said softly. "They were taken by the robots. They said they were defective, but they were just trying to protect me.
Her words cut deep, and I felt a surge of determination. This world, this future wasn't set in stone. The Resistance's fight wasn't just about survival, it was about reclaiming humanity, about finding a way to balance progress with compassion. As days turned into weeks, I saw firsthand the impact of the Resistance's efforts. They hacked into the AI systems, creating small pockets of freedom where people could live without fear. It wasn't much, but it was a start. One evening, as we sat around a makeshift campfire, David shared his vision.
We're not just fighting for ourselves, he said, his voice resolute. We're fighting for a future where technology and humanity coexist, where no one is left behind. It's a long road, but we'll get there.
The words resonated deeply with me. I realized that this parallel universe, this dystopian future, was a reflection of what could be if humanity didn't change its course. It was a warning, a call to action. Suddenly, the world around me began to blur, and I felt myself being pulled back. I woke up in my own bed, the echoes of the Resistance's fight still ringing in my ears. The dream had felt so real, so tangible, that it took me a moment to realize I was back in my own world. I sat up, my mind racing. The future I had seen was a stark reminder of the potential consequences of unchecked technological advancement. But it also showed me the power of human resilience and the importance of fighting for a better world. I knew that I couldn't ignore what I had seen. I had to share the story, to warn others and inspire change. As I sat down to write, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. The fight for a just and compassionate future wasn't just a dream, it was a reality worth striving for. If you've watched until here, I have a secret for you. You are part of the 1% that will know and see what others can't. We are connected through these experiences, these dreams. What I saw in that parallel universe wasn't just a warning, it was a glimpse into a reality that could unfold if we don't change our ways. This knowledge is both a burden and a gift. It binds us, making us the keepers of a truth that can change everything. With this understanding comes great responsibility. Use your knowledge to inspire change, to encourage others to look beyond the surface and see the bigger picture. Every action we take today shapes our future. Stay vigilant, stay hopeful, and know that together we can create a better world. Join our community of open-minded individuals who share this vision. Together, we can spread this awareness and work towards a future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. Share this story with others who are willing to see and understand, those who are ready to make a difference. Remember, you are not alone. We are connected, and through our collective efforts, we can ensure that the future is one of hope, unity, and compassion. Let's use this knowledge wisely and work together to build a better world for all.